Let's watch the aftermath
So
of
as of
Mizkif.
recently,
I
I
know
found that the
nothing.
average lifespan of a
I know nothing about Mizkif, by the way, so this will be fun.
creator or streamer, especially nowadays, is constantly shortening as the years go by. As in 1 minute, a streamer can be at the top of their game with a loving audience, and in the next, they are universally hated either because they
Yep.
got too popular to the point where people just got tired of them, and it became the next big thing to hate them and constantly remind them that they have fallen off if they are just slightly below their average viewership. Or the other option, they get involved in a controversy which completely destroys their career and viewership to the point where nobody wants to associate with them, nobody wants to even mention their name, and it's almost impossible for them to fully return to the viewership they once had. Well, unless they have a significant amount of hate watchers. And at the same time, there is like a 0.001% drop chance that they evolve to become a lol cow. So basically everything that happened to Pirate Software.
You heard this guy worked at Blizzard? Oh man, did you read that in a Reddit thread? Tell me about it in the unbanned request, chat hopper. You're overreacting? No, I'm not. I worked at Blizzard for 7 years.
But on that topic, there was a streamer that recently saw a similar downfall.
So as soon as you lose trust, like you can be as hated as much as you want, but as soon as you lose trust in your like fan base, that's it. There's literally no going back to what you once were. Man, I don't know. I mean, I am noticing a trend of diminishing returns off of like the shortening lifespan of like content creators nowadays. Like you could be loved 1 month and absolutely hated the next. So it's dude, content creation is scary, bro.
To Pirate Software.
Unless you're DSP, then you're immortal. Yeah, real.
And their situation was something very similar.
I don't want to be like DSP. That is fucking terrifying to me.
What I previously described. But instead of their main critiques being that they come off as pretentious, can never admit they're in the wrong, and constantly mention how they worked for that one game company in almost every sentence.
And Blizzard is having worked.
Okay, I know nothing about Pirate Software, but I heard some of the controversies, I guess.
Blizzard.
But unlike Pirate Software, this streamer mainly saw a so-called fall off due to a shift in how they acted on their streams compared to how they previously acted years prior. They had quite a few controversies surrounding them and very serious allegations made against them. And even after a lot of these things happened, in the aftermath, they would first claim they were going to go quote-unquote full demon time.
It's time to go full demon time. It is time to go full demon time. And it is time to go full demon time.
And also their behavior after these serious allegations were made has been quite questionable to say the least.
Day 4 being canceled. Let's go get a hair transplant.
You burned my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do? I'm gonna find you.
Relationship, alright? That was me. It was not her. I was actually the progressive one. Yes, I have blown a fucking dude before.
But the streamer I'm referring to is Mizkif, whose reputation, especially online, isn't the best right now. And he's someone we're going to be talking about today, focusing on
Pirate Software would have been fine if he did not boast so much. Oh, okay.
the events that happen.
Yeah, I'm not even aware of any like pirate. I'd never even watched the guy, so I wouldn't know.
After the main situation that occurred all the way back in October of 2025. However, if you don't know who Mizkif is and how he got into this situation, before we get into the aftermath, let me quickly regale you of the tale about how he went from seemingly nothing to one of the top streamers of Twitch to now one that is mainly regarded with infamy. Mizkif started streaming all the way back in 2016, where he would stream to a small community, mainly streaming World of Warcraft with his unique personality. He did this while studying finance at college, and he would graduate with his finance degree in 2017, which around this time he already gave up on streaming, and already had a job lined up for him straight out of college with a well-known company called Vanguard. But he wouldn't be able to pursue that job due to a heart problem he developed, and 2, because he had to move from his current state to Florida because his family was struggling financially. But with that job out of the picture, he would decide on top of starting to stream again, he would make YouTube videos about other streamers, and how they became so popular, which wasn't a bad idea since this type of content was doing very well around that time, and it could potentially be seen by the person he made the video about, thus increasing the chances of his channel being noticed. His first video would...
Honestly, that is pretty smart. I mean, I don't remember like 8 years ago viewer documentaries. Like, that is pretty smart. I agree.
Uploaded in 2018 called Who is Tyler 1, which didn't get any views until a popular streamer reacted to it, which was not Tyler 1, but his brother E-Rob. He ended up liking the video and encouraged people to check out his channel, and from there he started making more videos which did very well, with many of the streamers discussed in them reacting to them live in front of thousands. However, with the success on YouTube, the infamous streamer Ice Poseidon would take notice and offered to fly him out to do a better video on his story, as the one he already uploaded he thought could be better. But the video never really happened because none of the people there, including Ice Poseidon, took any interest in it, which would result in Mizkif eventually just becoming the cameraman for the streams. And he did a good job and fit in quite well with the group, and a lot of viewers liked him. However, this would be short-lived, as due to a specific event involving the police and Ice Poseidon's ex-girlfriend, dubbed the Horseshoe Bear Incident, Mizkif would leave the group and go back to streaming on his own Twitch channel around July of 2018. He would return to streaming in the World of Warcraft section, but he also changed it up a bit by inviting many other up-and-coming streamers onto his stream, where they would all turn on their cams and mainly talk shit to each other.
Yo, what's up?
Who's that? Is that Tyler? Is that Tyler 1? Who is that?
I'm gonna go.
This worked quite well and became his primary source of content for a while, and people loved it. This is where his viewership really started to skyrocket, which eventually provided him with the opportunity to move to Austin, Texas in 2019. And when he was there, he began collaborating with many of the streamers in that area, thus creating the Twitch Austin scene, which was a collection of large streamers that mainly lived in Austin and regularly collaborated with each other. His viewership would go up even more, and this was also around the time he would begin associating and eventually dating the streamer Maya Higa.
Oh, is it the dodo bird?
Oh yeah.
Not that. Yes, it is a dodo bird with a hat on.
During 2020, he was one of the top streamers on Twitch, and around the same time he would
Damn.
be one of the founding members of a content creator group called OTK, or One True King, which nowadays a lot of the founding members have left. He would reach his peak in 2022, averaging over 30,000 viewers per stream, but just as he hit his peak, things
God, I feel like just streaming in general, like you can try as hard as you want. Like, I feel like it involves so much luck. Like, it is like lightning in a bottle if you get like actually huge. Again, this is why I truly appreciate Leaf so much. She has been pushing me nonstop, and again, I know so many people will kill for that, and she is helping me nonstop.
would take a drastic turn, primarily due to a controversy that came about surrounding one of his friends called Crazy Slick. In 2021, it was alleged that Crazy Slick had sexually assaulted a girl at a party, and in the following year of 2020,
Spicy, true, or you can just farm drama. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I mean, even though Big is making like YouTube content surrounding what I watch and everything, I don't want to be known for like a one-sided sort of like, oh, this person did this, so you should hate him. No, I don't want to be that. I want to be just like a non-biased kind of view thing, which I know is hard to do nowadays, but still.
It was alleged that Mizkif would send his girlfriend at the time, Maya, and the streamer Mitch Jones to the victim's house.
Yeah,
and they
no,
were
I
going
mean,
to
drama slop always gets views because, again, people love negativity on YouTube. People love the controversy, and that grows big fast, so I get it.
originally speak out about what happened to them. This would start the allegation that Mizkif attempted to cover up sexual assault for his friend, which led to a call being leaked, which was Mizkif and a bunch of other streamers talking about the situation just as it went public. Still to this day, it's unsure what happened, but this would be an allegation that significantly affected Mizkif's career going forward, as he would lose quite a bit of his viewership, some other creators would distance themselves from him, he would be investigated by OTK, of which they found no wrongdoing in the end, and he would also be involved in a legal battle with the victim for defamation. This is a period he would regard as one of the worst times of his life, as both his career and mental health.
Even drama farming requires luck. Real. You're so true on that. Nobody. Ain't nobody on the internet shouting hate, and drama goes nowhere if no one knows you. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've seen so many like VTubers on Twitter, especially. This one dude, he would say that, oh, everyone, like, this person's attacking me and whatnot, but because it's like a nobody, it's no one cares. You know, people care if it is a big content creator, right? Like, just everyone care. Again, like, that's why people fucking clout farm. That's why people just put their way in. Like, did you guys know about that whole fucking Saikuno drama? Some girl that, like, Saikuno, like, you know, did the deed with, like, a few years ago, she came out, like, she's not even a content creator, but, like, she filmed herself. She came out saying that she had sex with him a few years ago, and now she regrets it. And that's the whole video. Like, people love to farm this shit. People will use people just to grow off other people's suffering. And it's so fucking weird to me. Again, everyone will use you and throw you under the bus if it means they can gain something from it. But I don't know, that's just my opinion.
We're seriously impacted by all of this.
Ruined my life. I've been traumatized. I've been from it. I've been depressed. My brain.
Yeah, even if it means blatantly lying, you're not wrong. You're totally not wrong. Literally, I saw a weird post on the Saikuno drama where it's like, this girl on Twitter, or this VTuber, she made a post saying that, oh, how Saikuno is a predator, and she contacted her when she was like 17 or something and did weird shit. But someone looked into it, and she's not actually 17. Like, she made a tweet in 2015 saying she graduated. So I'm like, okay, you're just spewing lies at this point. Holy fuck.
Up. I feel like my brain is cracked from it forever, and it ruined my image, my reputation. My friends stopped hanging out with me. People started ditching me. Streamer friends of mine backstabbed me and made videos or comments about it when they didn't know the truth. Yeah.
In 2024, the court would throw out the case, and he would apparently claim this proved that he did nothing wrong at the time, but some would voice the opinion that this was a defamation case and wasn't solely about if he did or did not attempt to cover up the alleged actions. However, even after the court case was thrown out, no matter what content he did or who he collabed with, his reputation still didn't improve and he never fully recovered. He did find himself in a few other controversies in the years that followed, but nothing would compare to what happened in October of 2025. Emiru, someone that was previously in a relationship with Mizkif, would go on a stream and allege that whilst dating Mizkif, she experienced things like abuse, stalking, and in one instance, sexual assault, to name a few.
I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
Some of these events were caught on camera, like when Mizkif was supposedly angry, Emiru had more views than him for a Rust event, and he started slamming doors.
Why are we all acting like we haven't murdered, like we haven't pillaged?
She also claims that he went up to one of her associates and said if she ever leaked anything, he would go nuclear and bring up things like her mistreatment of her rabbits.
At TwitchCon, he approached one of my employees, threatening them and saying if I ever talked about him, he would destroy me. Multiple people have told me that his plan was to claim that I kill animals and that I killed my own rabbits, since I had several of my rabbits pass away over the course of 3 years while I lived with him.
And he did indeed bring up her rabbits in his response, on top of claiming she also did a lot of the things he did, with the most quoted part being him claiming she was also violent because she threw clothes and plushies at him.
That the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
This comment alone was used to clown on.
Okay, I don't understand, like, if you're like the biggest content creator ever. You are earning millions, right? I will just be happy. That's it. I wouldn't call shit or anything. I will just be on my best behavior. Like, these people achieved so much in such a short amount of time, only people can dream of. They ruin it over such like petty shit like this, and just accusations and just lies and just man, it's not money for him. Yeah, I know, but it's like, if I was at the top of the top, right, I would just be on my best behavior.
On him and still follows him around to this day. Well, that and his comment about going demon time and supposedly exposing a lot of people in the streaming space.
It is time to
Their
go
ego needs to be stroked 24/7. Yeah, I mean, again, like, it's a huge day for the unemployed, I guess.
full demon time. Just letting you know, there is no holding back. Who cares anymore? I will expose everything about every person that you've ever known.
He also mentions the alleged sexual assault event that Emiru talked about, but offers a bit of a different story, with the key difference being that he describes the events leading up to it and he doesn't mention she was crying at the time.
At BJ's, a common place where we would get food, and then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house.
This response wasn't really that well perceived on the internet. A lot of people were on Emiru's side at this point, and some just saw it as him basically doing what she said he would do and interpreted as him admitting to some of the accusations. People also began combing through a bunch of old streams to find any other times Mizkif exhibited supposed abusive behavior or it was referenced, and a few clips did resurface at the time as a result of this. But after all of these allegations and responses, Mizkif would start a legal battle against multiple people, such as Emiru, Asmongold, who was heavily supportive of Emiru, OTK, Mythic Talent, and Gaming Labs, mainly for defamation. But that is the basic of the basic explanation of who Mizkif is and how his life got flipped up, turned upside down. But after all of this, Mizkif's behavior has been somewhat bizarre to say the least.
Why do you think she took 4.5 months to respond to my letter? Which then she responds and said it was her emotional truth. Because she wants me to shut the fuck up. She wants the community to move on. She wants the internet to say...
So before this main controversy, like I said, Mizkif's streaming career wasn't exactly going in an upwards trend, one could say. Primarily due to previous controversies and his reputation at the time. But with the Emiru situation and his response not exactly being the best, what he had left of his streaming career at this point took somewhat of a freefall. His YouTube channel that previously sat at over 1 million subscribers saw a loss of around 80,000, and it is constantly going down. Almost everybody previously associated with him publicly disowned him and distanced themselves from him, or in some cases just refused to mention his name in general. However, when it came to things like his Twitch channel, it didn't take much of a hit, because I'm pretty sure after his response, he never streamed on Twitch again. He actually, understandably, didn't stream for a while, but would eventually return. But I hear you asking, when he returned, did he go full demon time like he promised? No. He started uploading short form content of random skits and I guess some that were just attempts at rage bait, which to be fair to Mizkif, did actually work. A lot of people interacted with those posts. There's even one where he emotes outside the courthouse, I assume after filing his lawsuit. The rage bait even developed to the point where it had its own romance arc where he started telling everyone he was dating someone, and then a few weeks later that he was going to be a dad, and then another few weeks later that they broke up. To be fair, once again, this rage bait did work, but eventually he would clarify everything.
Can't believe so many people fell for the pregnancy bit. Bro, how many of you guys actually thought I was in a relationship? Can I ask you guys that? How many of you really thought I was in a relationship? Okay, good. I'm assuming most of my core viewers knew that I was not.
I mean, was it just for like, was it just a way to gain clout from it? I don't know, but like this seems like a ego stroke moment, like, you know, just wow, okay. People like this forget money is a thing when they get enough of it, and then they need their ego stroke and then crash out from bad life choices. Then they figure out money is a thing and panic. Yeah, real. I mean, I never, if I'm on the top playing game, right, I just want to do my best and not piss anyone off, you know, because again, I feel like a lot of big content creators just are like, you know, I mean, you hear so many stories of like mean girls in disguise or just like egotistical, narcissistic. I don't want to be that, essentially. Like, I just want to be on a good path, and that's it.
Not in a relationship, and it was just pure troll.
But in regards to streaming, he would eventually come back, but this time, instead of streaming on Twitch, he would stream on Kick as part of a deal he made. He even had an
okay, we're good.
announcement trailer for his move, in which people obviously reacted the way you'd expect. But some also pointed out that this decision was a bit hypocritical, since he'd previously stated that he would never go to Kick because the owner of Kick made him supposedly want to harm himself.
I will not go to Kick. Period. Exclamation point. Play.
Dougie.
That's it. That's all you need to know. I will not go. Why? I've had times where I've thought about it. I've had times where I think about it. Their owner made me try to kill myself. I will not go to Kick.
And people also called him a hypocrite since he's been streaming slots and gambling, when previously he was a key voice pushing for it to get banned on Twitch. In fact, he was so against it, it led to the interaction that brought about the controversy in 2023. But either way, he had found a new home on Kick, and to be honest, he wasn't doing too bad. He still had quite a large audience, but at the same time, he also had nothing to lose at this point. He had already lost most of his connections in the streaming space, he lost his main platform that he had for years, and most people already thought the worst of him. So with all of that said, he didn't have to hold his tongue anymore, with his mindset probably being what more could happen to him now. So he just didn't hold back anymore. He jumped on any...
This cycle was common in the music industry prior to content creators. I mean, yeah, I mean, I just feel like this is any sort of like industry where it's like entertainment. I feel like this is a common practice, you know, it's just drama after drama, and just it's wild to me.
Drama he could, and no longer had any filter.
I'm so grateful for every moment I've experienced in my career thus far, and I can't wait to see what this next chapter holds. Is she good? Where is she on the retard leaderboard?
He began talking negatively about most of the people in the streaming space and anyone that had previously associated with him.
On why I don't like Alinity anymore. She literally immediately sided with Emiru, a girl she doesn't know for shit, a girl she doesn't talk to at all, and just completely sided with her and threw me away, even though when she was massively canceled by the entire internet, I was there for her. I signed her papers to come to America, and this girl fucking turned on me.
Like, you really can't make everyone happy. Like,
Emily, it's not that you're fake, it's you're insufferable. Like, my God, I haven't been around you in, like, fucking years, but Jesus Christ, listening to a minute clip of this was just a lot. Like, it's like, you're just insufferable, bro. Like, and as you get older, this kind of noise just drives you fucking crazy.
He even went as far to send someone to observe the court proceedings for a protective order against one of his detractors, which was Tectone, and even recorded him as he left the courthouse after losing the case, and then aired it all out on his stream.
Tectone was in court today with 5 lawyers. You know how scared you must be to have 5 lawyers? My op went in there, hidden by the way, and he sat there collecting notes the entire time. Tectone has a protective order from Pink Chew. For the next 10 years, Tectone can't own guns. Tectone is not allowed anywhere near her. Hundreds of yards he has to be away from her. The walk of shame as he lost a court case to Pink Chew. You can tell by his fucking giant dome and who that walk is, that it's him.
He even started putting a picture of the person who filed the protective order on his stream so Tectone could not directly respond to them, because apparently it would be a violation of his court order.
Some records, but I gotta give it to Mizkif. He puts Tectone's ex-girlfriend onto his stream so Tectone can't react to any of his videos. Man.
You had to go full cam.
To give it to Mizkif, that is D1 hating at its finest. When Turkey Tom had his allegations
Rose Peak Petty
drop, he was one of the first people to condemn Tom, even though
that's next level, like fucking like big brain. Holy shit, dude.
Turkey would later prove his innocence.
This is the guy that attacked me.
Like, I don't know, so me and Piki are actually like friends. Like, I talked to her before. She's pretty nice, good person. So, you know.
He's a guy that has worse allegations than me. Like, he hits women apparently, allegedly. He records their sexual encounters. He's bisexual, which is fucking disgusting. This guy's a monster.
He even began speaking to Ice Poseidon again after the two have been at each other's throats for years now.
Of course, bro. We're Kick Brothers. You can go to the Iron Forge.
Sick, yeah. I didn't know. I heard a rumor that I was banned at the Iron Forge.
No, don't be silly. That may have been Fandy who did that, but I would never. No, you made me, Paul.
I don't know, dude. Like, is it me, or it's like a lot of these streamers like film every single part of their lives like on stream for everyone to see? It's just, you know, I don't know what's fake and what's real at this point.
Of course you can go to the Iron Forge.
He started saying the wildest things that he himself knew wasn't true just to farm clips.
You blew a trans? Okay, so listen. Some people blow stoplights like Emmy, or stop signs. I blow trans. Is that really a big deal? Okay. I was actually the progressive one after all in the relationship. All right, that was me. It was not her. I was actually the progressive one. Yes, I have blown a fucking dude before. Why did I do it? Because, chap, I think in life you should try everything, right? I believe that. Should you kill someone? Yeah, try it. Fuck it. Everyone should kill someone at one point in their life.
And the reason these clips were being
Okay.
circulated so much was because Mizkif was working with clippers to circulate them, which, to be fair, is quite common in the streaming space. It's how streamers get more traction to their streams.
Yep.
But Mizkif got into a situation with one of said clippers.
They do that to prove that life is real and important, like they did on MTV Cribs. Yeah, yep, you're not wrong. I mean, people, I feel like they just want, you know, they want more fame, they want more everything. So I get it.
Where they leaked DMs claiming Mizkif was censoring them and treating them poorly.
Mizkif exposed for abusing clippers. Mizkif's DMs were leaked by me controlling what he wants on my X account and being verbally abusive and threatening to be removed from the Kick program. Dirk. You're so cringe. You're leaking your DMs with the guy that helped you and you got a viewership from that?
But at the same time, whilst all of this is happening, he occasionally gets frustrated or upset that people don't support him or want to hear what he has to say regarding his side of the Emiru situation. And in my opinion, if he wants people to believe him, it's a bit counterintuitive to be saying arbitrary things or rage baiting all for the sake of clip farming, because if anything, it just made people believe him less. But then again, it would be fair to argue that people were never going to believe him, as most had already made their minds up since his response.
4.5 months, I don't have a voice. Everyone took that voice from me. Everyone did. Everyone took that voice. I don't have a voice. This is not going any. No one cares. I still have to do chat. I'm fucked up. I don't know what to do.
His status is no local. I mean, I don't want to say you reap what you sow, but like, it kind of seems like that situation sort of maybe.
Clip I just showed you was his reaction to the latest.
I mean,
development.
again, I don't know much about him, so like I can't really say definitively, but like I don't know, dude.
In the court case with Emiru, and usually a lawyer would advise you not to comment on an active court case, let alone a defamation case. But Mizkif once again has not held back. He has been talking about both Emiru and the court case quite a lot. And I mean a lot.
You're gonna win? Oh, absolutely. I know I'm gonna win. The question is how long it's gonna
no.
go. If you know everything, you know how insane she is for saying what she said. It's the truth. If the more you know, the more you're like, it's fucking insane that she went live and said any of that. Everyone's on her side. That is so false. That is not true, bro. 2 months ago, I would say yeah, but not anymore. No. You gotta realize, there's a lot of people that would defend her because she's her, because they're Asmon viewers, because they're Tectone viewers, because she's like innocent girl, whatever the fuck. She wants the community to move on. She wants the internet to say, oh, who cares about this anymore? She wants to just pretend this didn't happen. Yeah, I lied about Miz, all this stuff. I ruined his fucking life. Let's just move on. Ooh, look, cosplay. Wow. No. This is not okay. I know the internet moves really fast nowadays. I understand people's attention spans are nothing. So I'm going to keep fucking talking about this. Because I'm going to let every...
I blame TikTok for that. Like, TikTok has made everything worse, dude. Like, content creation, long-form content, it's so bad now. Like, people expect everything to be summed up within, like, 6 seconds.
day people know the truth, that she lied. And if I have to do that for the rest of my life, I will.
Regarding his case with Emiru, Asmongold and others, it's still ongoing but has seen a bit of development. Both Asmongold and Emiru have moved for a motion to dismiss, with Asmongold claiming in the defamation case he was just repeating Mizkif's own words from his response. And Emiru, with her motion to dismiss, says that it was her emotional truth when she was describing the events. Mizkif and others with this statement came to the conclusion that this was Emiru and her team backtracking over the claim that Mizkif allegedly sexually assaulted her, mainly focusing on the claim that it was her emotional truth that this happened.
A reasonable viewer would unquestionably understand that the term is her own description of what happened to her. The viewer is not left to guess as to the nature of the assault based solely on the term sexual assault. Yes. This is what she wrote. This is the fucking person that says I sexually went live with 60,000 viewers and told everyone I sexually assaulted her and made everyone stop talking to me for a fucking year. This is the person that did all this stuff, chat. This is the person that fucked my life that I got called a fucking for is this shit. She literally says it was her emotional definition, not the definition of sexual assault.
Mizkif also at some point went on to provide screenshots to show that even after this apparently occurred, that allegedly him and Emiru did continue to sleep together and even dated again. And if this is true, he should have included this in his god-awful initial response and not halfway through his clip farming arc, but he didn't. And as I said, most people have already made their minds up about this situation. However, on the other side, people are saying Emiru hasn't walked back anything. This is what she has been saying from the start, and they used the point Mizkif corroborated this story in his own response and admitted to other things like approaching people associated with her, the rabbits, and his own behavior whilst in the relationship. But the main argument in court right now is basically what Emiru meant when she said he allegedly assaulted her. Did she mean the legal definition and accuse him of the crime, or was she using her own emotional definition of SA? That is what is being debated right now. Obviously, we will probably never know for definite what happened that day. This is a defamation case, not a criminal case, and we only know what they both made public on their streams, of which a legal battle then ensued. In my personal opinion, I think if Emiru wins the case, nothing much is going to change in terms of Mizkif's reputation. If Mizkif wins, I think even though it's a defamation case, he'll push the point that this proves he didn't do anything at all, and probably use it to discredit other things said about him, but that's just my opinion. And although the case is still ongoing, I definitely feel sorry for Mizkif's lawyers, with how many times they've probably told him not to talk about the case on his streams.
Yeah, I feel like in a court case, silence is the best policy here. Holy fuck, dude.
So that is what Mizkif has been up to since the Emiru situation, and in my opinion, with everything he's done since, I think he's starting to go a bit demon time. But I don't think he's fully popped his ult yet, but he has said previously demon time comes in waves, so I guess full demon time is yet to come.
It's demon time. But the thing is with demon time, chat, people think demon time is one day. Demon time is not one day. Demon time is a lifestyle. It's long lasting, and it will last years. That's what demon time is.
Maybe, just maybe, demon time was the friends we made along the way. I don't think Mizkif is ever going to be able to get back to where he was previously in the streaming space, even if he does win his court case. But regardless, he seems to still have somewhat of an audience and quite recently has begun changing up his content. It isn't just him sat there throwing shit at people anymore. But he still does do that occasionally. But that is basically it. I bet you just checked if that was your Discord. No, nobody is messaging you, you little loser. But yeah, that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
Man, like, I don't know, guys. I mean, I feel like just dating any, like, content creator is terrifying because, like, literally anything can be said against you. Like, it's like they can paint you as the villain or paint you as the good guy, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, people will leave you for it. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's fucking terrifying to me. I'd rather not live my life that way, you know. But I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it because again, at the end of the day, we are content creators, so like literally, there's gonna be controversy at some point. So he's his own worst enemy. Yeah, I mean I agree. I mean, I feel like you reap what you sow. But again, I'm still tiny bit confused because I've never really watched the guy, so I don't know the entire full story. But claiming SA using emotional damage. I mean, I don't know because again, there are two sides of every story. So like, you know, it's really complicated. Like, but being looked at as the villain by 60,000 people, that's gotta feel bad. That's gotta feel terrible.